Have you ever wondered what it really means to experience healing through spirituality? Why are you here right now to explore this question? The universe has led you to this moment, a moment of insight and reflection. You may have heard that the body and mind are inextricably linked. But what does that really mean? And how deep does this connection go? Spirituality is far more than just a belief or a philosophy, it is the experience of something greater that permeates and guides us. It is the space between thoughts, the silence between breaths, and the invisible force that connects all living things. In this essence also lies the potential for healing, transformation, and restoring balance, both in the mind and in the body. But how exactly does this work? Healing through spirituality means that we focus not only on the physical aspect of health, but also on the energetic and spiritual level. The idea that the mind has the power to influence the body is deeply rooted in many ancient traditions, from Ayurvedic and Chinese medicine to Native American shamanic healing practices. These teachings state that disharmony in the mind or spirit can weaken the body and ultimately lead to illness. However, they also teach that the spirit has the potential to heal the body by realigning its energy. Modern approaches are increasingly confirming this ancient wisdom. Studies show that meditation, prayer, mindfulness, and other spiritual practices can have positive effects on the body. Meditation can lower blood pressure, accelerate healing, and strengthen the immune system. We are beginning to understand that what we think and feel has a direct connection to our physical health. You may have experienced how stress weakens your body or how grief and pain trigger physical symptoms. In the same way, peace, joy, and inner balance can heal and strengthen our bodies. But where exactly is the line between what the mind can do and what we should leave to physical medicine? And what exactly are the mechanisms at work behind this mysterious mind-body connection? In this video, we will explore these very questions. We dive deep into the truth behind the connection between spirituality and physical health. Is there really an invisible power that enables the spirit to heal the body? And if so, how can we harness this power to live a healthier, happier life? Let's discover the answers together. Now we come to the scientific and spiritual perspectives that connect this age-old question of healing through the mind and modern medicine. Ready for the next stage? When we talk about healing through spirituality, it is inevitable to understand the deep connection between mind and body. This connection is not a new idea. Even in the oldest healing traditions, whether in Ayurveda, traditional Chinese medicine, or Native American teachings, the body was not seen as an isolated system, but as a mirror of the mind and spirit. Modern science is now beginning to confirm this millennia-old wisdom. Science, particularly in the fields of psychosomatics and neuroscience, has shown that our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs have a profound effect on our bodies. The term psychosomatics describes exactly that, the connection between mental state and physical health. Prolonged exposure to negative emotions such as anxiety, stress, or anger can weaken your immune system, promote inflammation, and even trigger chronic illness. These interactions between mind and body are undeniably real. But how does this fit in with spiritual perspectives? In many spiritual traditions, it is believed that the human body is controlled by energy fields. In Chinese medicine, this is referred to as qi, the life energy that flows through the meridians. In yoga, it is called prana, the vital life force that flows through us. These energetic concepts have one thing in common: they all state that blockages or disharmonies in the energy flow can lead to physical or emotional complaints. Healing through the mind aims to release these energetic blockages in order to restore balance. Interestingly, there is growing scientific evidence to suggest that meditation, prayer, and mindfulness practice have a measurable impact on our health. Studies show that meditation increases the activity of the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for relaxation and healing. People who meditate regularly report fewer physical complaints, a stronger immune system, and faster recovery from illness. The heart, the skin, the brain, all these organs respond to the calming power of the mind. One of the most fascinating scientific approaches exploring this connection is called neuroplasticity. Our brains are malleable and can constantly adapt depending on the thoughts and behaviors we cultivate. Spiritual practices such as mindfulness and meditation can therefore literally change the structure of our brain, and therefore the way we respond to stress, pain, and illness. Imagine that, if the mind is capable of changing its own structure, how far does its ability to influence the body extend? This question has been asked in spiritual traditions for centuries, and today it is also becoming the focus of scientific research. Spiritual practices that have long been considered alternative or esoteric are now finding their place in modern medicine. Yoga, meditation, Reiki, and other practices are increasingly being integrated into hospitals and health centers to support the healing process. It's no longer just a question of belief, but a question of measurable effects. But what does all this mean for you? It means that you have tools at your disposal that can help you influence your own health, beyond medication and therapies. You can learn to calm your mind, direct your energy and strengthen your physical health on a deeper level. Now that we have a better understanding of the scientific and spiritual approaches to the mind-body connection, we will delve deeper into the fascinating world of self-healing in the next chapter. It gets particularly exciting when we look at the placebo effect, which shows just how powerful our minds really are. The idea that the mind can heal the body is often associated with a term that is widely recognized in both science and spirituality, the placebo effect. This effect shows us in a fascinating way how powerful the mind really is. But what exactly is behind it, and why is it so important for our understanding of self-healing? The placebo effect occurs when people experience an improvement in their health even though they have received a seemingly ineffective treatment, for example, a sugar pill instead of a real medicine. The amazing thing is that the mere expectation of being cured can actually cause the body to begin to heal itself. The mind becomes the catalyst for healing, so to speak. The idea of getting well is so strong that the body reacts accordingly. But what does this mean on a deeper level? Scientists have discovered that the placebo effect is not just a psychological phenomenon. There are physical changes that take place in the body when someone is convinced of the effectiveness of a treatment. For example, the brain can release endorphins, natural painkillers that calm the body and relieve inflammation. Hormones and messenger substances that strengthen the immune system are also increasingly produced. Faith alone triggers the body to enter a healing state. This raises a profound question. If belief in a cure can bring about such measurable changes in the body, how much power does the mind really have over the body? The placebo effect is scientific proof that our beliefs can shape the reality of our health. In the spiritual world, this phenomenon has been known for centuries. Many spiritual practices aimed at self-healing are based on the idea that we can train our minds to manifest healing. Visualization techniques, positive affirmations, and meditation are methods that work in a similar way to the placebo effect. They create a mental environment in which healing can take place by strengthening the belief within us that healing is possible. Of course, there are also limits to the placebo effect. No one can heal a broken bone or fight a serious infection through faith alone. But the placebo effect shows us that there is often a crucial, invisible component in the healing process that we should not ignore: the mind. What we believe can have a significant impact on our physical well-being. A famous quote from Norman Cousins, an American journalist and peace activist who alleviated his own serious illness through positive expectations and humor, reads, "The mind is not only capable of healing itself, it is also a powerful instrument that can heal the body if we allow it to." In modern medicine, the placebo effect is often seen as a kind of confounding factor that distorts studies. But what if we recognized it as the key to self-healing? What if we could specifically utilize the power it represents to improve our health? Many spiritual practices aim to do just that. They help us reach a state where the mind can positively influence the body, similar to the placebo effect. The difference is that these practices are used consciously to promote healing. The power of imagination, visualization, and belief is used specifically to bring the body into a state of healing. In the next chapter, we will look at how emotional blockages and unresolved conflicts can weigh on the body and the role spirituality plays in releasing these blockages and unlocking the body's self-healing powers. Having explored the fascinating mechanisms of the placebo effect and the power of the mind over the body, we now go one step deeper. Often the root of physical ailments lies not only in obvious physical causes, but in deep-rooted emotional blockages. These blockages act like invisible obstacles that disrupt the flow of our energy and prevent us from being in balance both mentally and physically. But how exactly do unresolved emotional conflicts affect our bodies, and how can we release these blockages through spiritual practices? Emotional blockages arise when we harbor unresolved conflicts, fears, or traumas. Every time we suppress emotions such as anger, sadness, guilt, or fear, these feelings are stored somewhere in our body. The body remembers, even when our conscious mind has long forgotten the events. These stored emotions often manifest themselves in the form of chronic pain, tension, or even serious illness. The mind sends out signals, but if we ignore them, the body begins to speak, sometimes in a very painful way. One example that illustrates this dynamic is chronic stress. When you are constantly under stress, your body is in a constant state of alert. Your mind is in survival mode, and your body responds by releasing stress hormones like cortisol, which can lead to inflammation, high blood pressure, and a weakened immune system over time. Stress may be a purely mental issue in the moment, but the long-term effects on your body cannot be overlooked. Many spiritual traditions, especially in energy healing, believe that emotional blockages disrupt the natural flow of life energy. Whether you call it chi, prana, or life energy, this energy flows through you and keeps your body and mind in balance. If you do not resolve emotional conflicts, this flow can be blocked, leading to physical discomfort. A disrupted energy flow often manifests as fatigue, tension, or pain for which there is no obvious medical cause. The good news is that there are spiritual practices that can help us recognize and release these blockages. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to delve into our own mind and uncover the emotional blockages that are physically weighing us down. Through mindfulness, we learn not to suppress our feelings, but to consciously recognize them and let them go. By focusing deeply on your breath and feeling into your body, you can release emotional tensions that you may have been carrying around with you for years. Energetic healing methods such as Reiki or working with the chakras can also help to release emotional blockages. The heart chakra, which stands for love and compassion, is often blocked by emotional wounds, which can manifest as feelings of loneliness or loss. By consciously working on these energy centers and maintaining a healthy emotional balance, the flow of life energy can be restored, which ultimately also promotes physical health. Deep emotional healing often begins with a willingness to face one's own feelings. This means no longer ignoring past hurts, but recognizing them and letting them go. The mind wants to heal, and when it does, the body follows. Louise Hay, a pioneer in the field of spiritual healing, said, "If we are truly willing to change our thoughts, we can change our lives." This is especially true for the way emotional healing affects our bodies. One way to begin this healing is to recognize the connection between a physical symptom and an emotional blockage. For example, if you keep feeling pain in a certain area of your body, ask yourself what unresolved emotions might be held there. Feel inside yourself, is there anger, sadness, or fear lurking there? This may be a difficult exercise, but it is the first step towards liberation. In the next chapter, we will explore how faith and your beliefs can influence your healing. The mind is powerful, but without belief in the possibility of healing, its effect may remain limited. Let's explore together how faith and beliefs can open the doors to self-healing. Having looked at how emotional blocks can affect physical health, let's now turn our attention to one of the most powerful yet often underestimated elements of healing: faith. Faith and beliefs are not just philosophical concepts, they are living forces that penetrate deep into our minds and bodies and influence us in ways we often don't realize. But what exactly does it mean to believe in healing? And how can beliefs determine the course of our health and recovery? Faith is much more than the mere hope of healing. It is the deep inner conviction that healing is possible, even if external circumstances or diagnoses claim otherwise. Belief in our own ability to heal creates an energetic foundation on which our body and mind can begin to reorganize themselves. This belief can arise in different ways, be it through religious beliefs, through trust in spiritual practices, or through a firm conviction that the body has a natural ability to heal itself. When you are deeply convinced that healing is possible, you create a space for transformation. Your mind opens to the idea of health and well-being, and this thought radiates into every cell of your body. The famous neuroscientist Dr. Joe Dispenza often talks about how beliefs can affect the brain. Studies have shown that people who strongly believe in their recovery actively change the neural connections in the brain. This realignment in the brain in turn causes a change in the body, healing from the inside out. But what happens if the belief is missing or negatively characterized? If you believe that you are incurably ill, that your body is too weak, or that healing only happens to other people, you are putting obstacles in your own way. Believing in your own weakness or in the immutability of your condition can block the healing process. It is often said in spiritual circles, your beliefs shape your reality. This means that you experience the reality of your health through the lens of your beliefs. If you believe that healing is impossible, your body may follow this pattern. A powerful example of the power of belief can be found in working with affirmations. These positive beliefs, which you repeat regularly, serve as tools to reprogram your subconscious. By repeatedly telling yourself, "I am strong and my body heals itself," you slowly but surely form a new inner reality. The belief in these affirmations deepens over time, and your mind and body begin to follow this new conviction. The famous belief in miracle cures, as described in many spiritual and religious traditions, may seem unbelievable at first glance. But what these stories often illustrate is the immense power of unshakable faith. People who experience miraculous healings often report that they have let go of all doubt and have completely surrendered to trust in their healing. This absolute trust can open doors that the rational mind keeps closed. But it is important to understand that faith is not a guarantee of instant healing. Faith is a process. It is the ongoing decision to trust in the possibility of recovery, even if it is not immediately apparent. This faith can also take on a deeper spiritual dimension that goes beyond the physical body, the belief that healing can come in different forms, be it physical, emotional, or spiritual. In many spiritual traditions, faith is considered the key to healing. In the Bible it says, "Your faith has healed you." This sentence makes it clear that healing is not only dependent on external circumstances or medical interventions, but also on the inner conviction that healing is possible. In the Buddhist tradition, faith is seen as trust in the path of wisdom and enlightenment, which ultimately leads to inner and outer well-being. Now that we have recognized how crucial your faith and beliefs are to your healing process, we come to an important question in the next chapter. What happens when spirituality alone is not enough? How can we recognize when we need medical support, and how can the two be combined? While the power of the Spirit and the role of faith in healing are undeniable, we must also recognize the limitations of spiritual healing. There are times when faith alone, as strong as it may be, is not enough to bring about complete physical healing. In such moments, it is important to maintain a balanced perspective and recognize that both the spiritual and medical worlds can support us on our healing journey. Spiritual healing is often aimed at deep inner well-being, healing emotional and mental wounds that can in turn affect the body. But what happens when the body is struggling with acute physical illness? A broken bone, a serious infection, or a life-threatening illness such as cancer cannot be healed by meditation or positive thoughts alone. This is where modern medicine comes into play, and this is not a weakness of faith, but a recognition of the complexity of our human nature. In spiritual healing, there is often the idea that physical ailments are manifestations of mental or emotional blockages that can be released by working with the spirit. And in many cases this can be true. But it is equally important to respect the body as the physical vessel that needs attention and care, be it through medical intervention, medication, or other healing methods. The trick is to find a way that combines both, the wisdom of spiritual healing and the advances of modern medicine. Imagine you are a ship sailing on a stormy sea. Your spirit is the captain steering the ship, but the ship itself, your body, also needs its maintenance and care to weather the storm. Without the necessary maintenance, the ship will buckle under the pressure of the waves, no matter how skillful the captain is. Likewise, without proper physical care, the body cannot be kept in balance by the strength of the spirit alone. Many spiritual teachers, including the Dalai Lama, emphasize the importance of a holistic approach. The Dalai Lama himself has repeatedly said that modern medicine is a valuable complement to spiritual practice. He recognizes the limitations of spiritual healing and emphasizes that there is no contradiction in relying on both spiritual and medical support. Another example that highlights the limitations of spiritual healing is the experience of chronic or genetic illness. Some people living with these challenges have deep spiritual practices that help them find inner peace, but the illness still persists. In such cases, spiritual healing can often help to promote emotional and mental well-being, even if the body continues to show symptoms. It is important to understand that physical healing does not always have to be the only goal. Sometimes the true value lies in healing the mind and spirit, even if the body continues to have its challenges. Ego also plays a role when we think about the boundaries of spiritual healing. It is often difficult to let go of the need to control or solve everything through the power of the mind alone. But true healing also means allowing yourself to seek support, be it through doctors, therapists, or other healing methods. It means freeing ourselves from the idea that we are weak if we seek medical help. Strength comes from finding the right way to heal, even if that means relying on outside help. The spiritual and medical worlds do not have to be at odds with each other. In fact, they can complement each other beautifully. Modern medicine can heal the body, while spiritual practice helps the mind and spirit to grow and transform. This is the essence of a holistic approach to healing that takes into account all aspects of our being, body, mind, and spirit. In the next chapter, we will focus on the spiritual practices that can strengthen both your mind and body. You will learn how these practices not only serve as a complement to physical healing, but also as a guide to a healthier and more fulfilling life. Having recognized the limitations of spiritual healing, the question arises, which practices can strengthen both the body and the mind? There are a wealth of spiritual techniques that not only promote your inner peace, but also support your physical health. These practices help you to improve your holistic well-being by working on the level of your mind as well as your body. One of the most well-known and powerful practices is yoga. Originating from the spiritual tradition of India, yoga is often seen as a purely physical exercise. But in its true essence, yoga is much more. It is the union of body, mind, and soul. By consciously combining breath and movement, yoga harmonizes the body with the mind. The gentle stretches and postures not only strengthen the muscles and improve flexibility, but also calm the nervous system and help to reduce tension. The breath plays a central role here. It is the anchor that keeps the mind in the present and calms the mind. Many people report that regular yoga not only improves their physical fitness, but also leads to deeper mental clarity and inner peace. The combination of conscious breathing and mindful movement strengthens the body on an energetic level. Blockages in the energy flow are released and the body can once again work in harmony with the mind. In addition to yoga, the practice of breathing techniques, known as pranayama, is a powerful tool for harmonizing body and mind. The breath is the key to life force. By learning to consciously control your breath, you can calm your nervous system, clear your mind and energize your body. Deep, conscious breaths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and relaxation. Breathing techniques can also help to reduce stress, which is often the cause of physical complaints. Meditation is another valuable tool. The power of meditation lies in its ability to calm the mind and put the body into a state of deep relaxation. Numerous studies have shown that regular meditation can strengthen the immune system, lower blood pressure, and improve sleep quality. As you meditate, your body is put into a state that allows it to regenerate and heal itself. Your mind becomes clearer and the stress that often leads to physical illness is reduced. A special form of meditation that is particularly used in spiritual healing is visualization meditation. Here you visualize healing energy flowing through your body. You can visualize light or warmth flowing into areas of your body that need healing. These visualizations help to increase awareness of the body's self-healing powers and focus the mind on healing. Reiki, an energy healing practice originating in Japan, offers another way to strengthen both body and mind. The gentle laying on of hands harmonizes the flow of energy in the body, releases blockages, and promotes healing. Many people report that they experience deep relaxation during a Reiki treatment and feel refreshed both physically and mentally. Reiki aims to rebalance the life energy in the body so that the body can activate its natural healing processes. Working with the chakras, the energy centers in the body, is also a powerful method of harmonizing body and mind. The chakras are energetic hubs that are responsible for various aspects of our being, from physical health to emotions to spiritual growth. When the chakras are out of balance, this can lead to emotional or physical discomfort. Through meditation, breathing exercises, and energy work, the chakras can be cleansed and rebalanced, promoting healing on both a physical and spiritual level. It is important that these practices are not seen as a substitute for medical treatment, but as a complement. They provide you with tools to calm your mind, reduce stress, and increase your energy levels, and all of these things contribute to your physical health. When you regularly practice yoga, do breathing exercises, meditate, or engage with your chakras, you not only strengthen your mind, but also your body. Now that we have familiarized ourselves with these strengthening practices, we will come to a summary and conclusion of our journey in the last chapter. We will talk about how the mind-body connection can be utilized to achieve holistic healing. Now that we have taken an in-depth journey through the world of spiritual healing and its connection to the body, it's time to bring all the learnings together. We've explored the role of the mind, beliefs, and emotional blocks, and we've looked at how practices such as yoga, meditation, and Reiki can harmonize the body and mind. But what does this all mean for your own healing journey? What is the real key to healing through spirituality? One thing is clear: there is no one-size-fits-all solution. Healing is a deeply personal process, and each person carries within them a unique combination of experiences, beliefs, and physical challenges. But what we can learn from all of this is that healing is not just about physical health. It is about the unity of body, mind, and spirit. Only when we consider all three levels can we achieve true, holistic health. Modern medicine does an incredible job when it comes to treating acute physical ailments, healing injuries, and fighting disease. But it often only treats the symptoms, not the roots. Spirituality, on the other hand, teaches us that many of these roots lie deep within our spirit and emotional world. The combination of both approaches, physical healing through medicine and energetic, emotional and mental healing through spirituality, enables us to become truly healthy. The mind is a powerful tool. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your emotions have the power to influence your body. You have learnt, as the placebo effect shows, that belief alone can bring about positive physical changes. But belief alone is not always enough. It is equally important to listen to, nurture, and support your body, whether through medical treatments or spiritual practices that connect body and mind. It has also become clear that the path to healing through spirituality is not a quick or easy process. It requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to engage with oneself. Releasing emotional blockages and cultivating a belief in your own healing takes work, but it is work that is worthwhile. Because at the end of this journey is not only physical health, but also inner peace and fulfillment. The true path to healing lies in balance. It's about recognizing both the wisdom of modern medicine and the ancient wisdom of spiritual healing. It is about seeing your mind and body as a harmonious whole in which every level of your being plays a part. You are not just a body, not just a mind, you are both. And when both are in harmony, true health emerges. Perhaps you remember how we talked about the ocean. Your mind is the helm of your ship, but your body is the ship itself. You can steer the wheel, but without a well-maintained ship, the journey will be difficult. It is the same with healing. Your mind can guide you towards healing, but your body also needs care and attention. You now have the knowledge you need to create your own path to healing. Whether you integrate regular meditation into your daily routine, practice yoga, or use positive affirmations, each of these practices can support you on your path. But always remember, healing is a process, not an instant solution. Allow yourself to walk this path step by step, at your own pace. Finally, I would like to remind you that true healing is not just about being free from physical ailments. It is about living in harmony with yourself, respecting your body, nurturing your mind, and nourishing your soul. It is about finding inner peace, even when external circumstances are difficult. Because ultimately, it is peace within that lays the foundation for health and well-being. With this insight, you can now continue on your own path, supported by the power of your mind, sustained by the wisdom of your body, and accompanied by the deep connection between the two.